never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented
Good morning, Yankee peeps. What's going on? It's Joe and Sean at your service. How's everybody doing? We're back to our normal time, 9:30 a.m. And right off the bat, we want to say good morning to Michael, Bob, and Kevin, and Ava, and Teresa. How's it all going? And Richmond Valley Pharmacy. Thank you so much for sponsoring last night's game. That was it was so nice of you, and we really appreciate it. So good morning, everyone. It's nice to be back, and coffee, bagels, and anything that you want to have in the morning. Mr. Shawnee Bird, how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right. I've already drank my coffee. It sucks that USA lost, but you know what? They came back, and I'd rather them lose in this pool play than in a single elimination.
Okay. That's what a couple of things before we're going to have Sean take it away a little bit and talk about a few different topics. Number one, as you see on the screen tonight, the Blue Jays play the Yankees. We're going to have play-by-play live right here, exclusively on YankeeMania. And come and join us, and we'll have fun together. We'll call a good game, and Cam is pitching tonight. I'm sure we'll have a good lineup out there, and it is at George M. Steinbrenner Field, so that should do very well. They should do well again tonight. Show those Blue Jays who's boss. We hope. We will have Blue Jay fans on. There's a lot of hashtags out there. And a few of them already said, "Hey, Joe, we've heard the broadcast before, and we're going to come on, and we'll rah-rah. We won't rah-rah your Yankees, but we'll rah-rah the Jays." So that should be happening. Also, tomorrow, everyone, we have the Coffee Bagels at 9:30, and then at 6:30 on our new channel, as you know, Chef Nick and Katerina are going to do their exclusive recipe show, and it's going to be on World Sports Mania Entertainment at 8 p.m. And the chefers are going to give you really nice new recipes for St. Patrick's Day, actually St. Joseph's, Easter. What do you call? What's the other one? Passover.
Passover, yeah.
My mind right now. So many different things. And if there's a recipe that you really like, but you're afraid to have because of blood pressure and all, well, they're going to show you what you can eliminate and still have your favorite and still taste pretty darn good. So don't miss that, everyone, please. And rah-rah the channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subs, everyone, on YankeeMania. Don't stop now. Please tell everybody about the show. Spread it out. Put it on your platforms. We are 51 or 50 away. Let's keep it going, guys. It's really, really important to get to that magical 1,000. And not bad for being on for 10 months. We'll be on 11 months in a couple of weeks. And we have a lot of likes. We have a lot of views. Thank you last night for great views for the between Ken's Yankee, The Ugly Truth, and our channel. We had almost 1,700 people viewing our broadcast. So that was good. We got some subs. Ken got some subs. So it's a happy time in our podcast land. But don't stop here, guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed and you know people could subscribe, please do it. let's march on, and then let's march on to a few more subs on World Sports Mania Entertainment as we get to 50, and I'm able to go on live on YouTube on the channel. Cannot do that right now. We can only do regular tape shorts. So they want a minimum of 50 subs. We've been on the air. We've been on the air for 12 days. We have like 45 or 47. A few more. Let's just get to 50, 51, and then the rest will be history. So let's do this. I know it's a handful, but a lot of content that's happening Friday night. We don't know the time or the teams yet, but we're gonna do WBC game, the quarterfinal round with Evan and Jason, and I believe Chef Nick, and maybe other surprises. Who knows? And that will be on World Sports Mania Entertainment. So that's a lot to digest. Just remember, subscribe as we go to the road of 1,000 subs. Now, Mr. Sean has some good takes, and we'll talk about a few different topics. And take it away, Sean, as we get the show and the program rolling. Go ahead.
Well, unfortunately, I have to start it with some bad news that came out last night. The legendary Jets running back from the Super Bowl team in Super Bowl III, Nate Shell, passed away at the age of 84 last night.
May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace. And prayers out to his family. But I wanted to get that, mention that ahead before we get into the other stuff. But also on the exciting side of things, congratulations to Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat. He scored 83 points in a game last night, in a single game, the second most points scored in an NBA game. Man, you know what? Congratulations. He passed Kobe Bryant's 81. I mean, obviously, he's behind Wilt Chamberlain's 100 points. So that news broke while we were all watching the WBC. And some of y'all might have been watching that game. But yeah, it's just amazing that stuff, it happens. I mean, it's hard to score 40 points regardless, but when you score 60, 80, 100 points, it's ridiculous. But, and then also, before we jump into the WBC stuff, in the NFL, the Ravens just signed defensive end free agent Trey Hendrickson, formerly of the Cincinnati Bengals, to a 4-year, $112 million contract. And you remember this, last night, news broke that they negated the trade with defensive end Max Crosby due to Max Crosby somehow fail or medical concerns with the physical that he did or whatever. Who knows what news is going to happen where Max Crosby's going to end up now, because there may be other teams that are in on him. And there's a whole lot of other things. So the NFL free agency is going wild right now.
Yeah, it really is.
I mean, there's been a whole lot of deals. I mean, Geno Smith got traded from the Raiders back to the Jets, where he started his career. And as a Jets fan, I'm not really for it, but I'll see how it goes. Maybe he's more mature this time than he was last time, because he had a whole lot of attitude issues when he was with the Jets last time, where he punched another player. So, and then, it's been kind of inconsistent. But we'll see where it goes as far as that is. But, yeah, that's all the sport. But now we're going to get into baseball, because that's our bread and butter on this show.
Yep.
Baseball. And we'll get more on that NBA stuff on our show on Friday with Evan, Chef Nick, Nathan.
Well, there won't be a show. We're going to do
it won't be a show, but we'll cover that on the weekend, more in depth on the weekend, those stuff, especially on that Sunday night wrap-up show.
Yes.
But the WBC, I don't know what USA was thinking. I mean, Mark DeRosa had this comments where before the game, you know, he was on hot stove or whatever with his buddies at the MLB network, and they thought their ticket was clinched already, and I don't know, but Italy showed up to play. Hats off to them. I mean, USA did make it a game in the end, but you know, it was poor play all around. There were some bright spots toward the end, but hats off to Italy. You got to give them credit because they played, they executed, they won. So now the fate of USA is in the hands of what the winner, depending on the winner of Italy Mexico game tonight. And if Italy gives up 5 runs or whatever, USA's in, or 5 runs or more, it's weird math. But if Mexico, if it's only like 4 or less, and Mexico wins, it's Mexico and US. If it's, you know, or Mexico and Italy, and so there's a slight chance USA doesn't make it out of pool play, which will be a major disappointment because everyone was expecting Team USA with all their big stars to, you know, make it all the way. But you know what? That's between. I mean, but if it's a matter of, well, we thought it was already, but that's why it's imperative when you got to tell people you got to play to win the game. It's a quote from Herm Edwards years ago in a press conference, but it goes to you tell someone you gotta play. Every game matters. It does. I mean, unless it's an actual exhibition game, every game matters. You play, you practice. I mean, coaches, when I played in school and sports, they always said you practice how you play. And you know what? What you saw last night, I mean, McLean, he had some bad pitches, whatever. It kind of snowballed. But if for some reason their energy when USA came out in the field, they weren't ready to play. Yeah, and I'm just gonna call it like it is, Joe.
Right. But I'm going to call it like it is too. And it was actually for both teams, but I think more for against the U.S. team. But the umpiring behind the plate, I'm sorry, I got to call him out. I don't think he had a good game at all. And if there was the ABS system, oh my God, he would have looked really, really tough because there was no way. There was some calls right there that were definite strikes, and he called them balls. There were balls that should have been struck. I mean, it was just ridiculous. I'm sorry, but that was a poorly home plate umpired game last night. I don't know. I'm not using that as an excuse because, like I said, I'm partial to both teams. So for me, it would ever happen, you know, if Aaron Judge would have came up at that home run, I would have been as excited to call when I was calling the home run for Italy last night. It happened to be my inning that I was doing it. And if Judge would have hit a home run when I was there, I would have gotten excited too. And but the bottom line is, I mean, the umpiring behind home plate left a lot to be desired. He was horrible. And I'm sorry, I would call him out. And if I were him, I would look at notes. I would look at replays because you know, I'm telling you right now, if that was Aaron Boone would have definitely he would have been thrown out of the game. That's number one. But you know, listen, I don't like calling out anybody, especially umpires like that. But for you know, everybody, no matter who I spoke to last night, they all said the same thing. There was at least 14 or 15 crucial missed calls, and you can't have that in a big game. You got to have the best of the best.
Yeah, and you know, I'm like this. I agree with you. No, I saw it too. It was bad officiating, but you know, I'm not gonna sit there and blame it all on the ref.
No. And yes, Italy did win fair and square. I mean, they hit when they were supposed to. They took care of they took full advantage of mistakes, and you know what happened. You know that's a good team when you you got first of all you got to be good. You got to have luck, and you got to have more luck. To win everything. So no, they had a little bit of everything there. But I got to tell you, the Italians' defense was very very sharp,
Oh
very sharp.
yeah, I mean they were sharp, and I mean look, they weren't Team Italy is like not no scrouches. You know, they're not scrubs. Okay, I mean you look at it, Pasquantino. He's a major league star, right? With the
Yep.
Royals, he's an all star. Um, Gazzoni, he's an all star, right? Um, Lorenzen, he's an all star pitcher.
Yeah, he is.
He don't get mentioned a lot because of other stars or big stars, but he's a solid pitcher.
Yeah. Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Listen, they played well.
Yeah.
And their home runs, like I said, were not luck. They were hit. They
Oh
were
yeah,
hit.
no,
They
they
were.
were hit, but I mean it was hangers. That
And
first pitch,
I don't understand the thinking of the lineup of the U.S. with not playing unless Harper was feeling something. I don't understand why he wasn't in the
well,
lineup.
I
Uh,
I
you know,
don't either. I don't know what it was, but I mean, but then also you had the comments that Mark DeRosa had. Yeah, in the round, you know, he was on with the guys on the hot stove, and it
okay.
seemed like they were all thinking they already clinched because they won 3 games in the pool, whatever. Or their ticket was already punched. They still wanted to win, but it was kind of like, you know, okay, you have Harper out, and you had you know, a few other people. But I think he was trying to say, well, let me get all these people because all these stars, you got all these guys that are starters with their major league clubs, and some of them got to be benches with the, you know, bench players with the Team USA, and it's hard to make all these stars happy, you know, because they all make millions of dollars,
Yeah.
bunch of $1 million babies.
Yeah. No question about it. I want to say good morning to Ken. JKP2, how you doing? NES, how are you? We've got the all-star team here today, Celia and John the Beagle Dad and Michael. Thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. We are back to our regular time at 9:30. We're discussing right now the Italy USA game with Sean Browning in front of us right now, and we really appreciate it. Sean, while we have quite a few people here, why don't you tell everybody about March 16th? It's going to be a great show. So give them an idea what you're doing and what you're doing on the channel.
Okay, so March 16th, Monday at 7 p.m., we're gonna do a segment of history of the New York Yankees. Myself and Charles from the chat, also known as Bronx Bomber. We're gonna break down from 1927. We're gonna do more of what we did the preview a few days ago, but we're gonna do more from 1927 to 1941. All the Yankee teams, and we're gonna break down different star players and other different cool stats. But you know, they had a mammoth run from 1927 to 1965, but you can't cover all that in one segment.
Right.
So you know, we broke it down into dynasties, and because of World War II, since a lot of players across the league, um, they took time off in their prime to go fight for our country in World War II. I'm using that as a service break. You know, like, hey, we can cover up to here, and then you know we'll cover more about that, and we'll cover more of that part of the segment too. In another deal because it's worth mentioning when you got guys like Red Ruffing and Joe DiMaggio and Yogi Berra and Bill Dickey, all those guys, they took time from the military for time from their playing careers to go fight for our country, and that's worth mentioning, and that's a whole lot of respect for anybody that did that. But also, I mean, you had guys like, I mean, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, um, all those mammoth Hall of Famers we had, right? Frank Crosetti was not really a Hall of Famer, but he's worth mentioning because he had a great career. But yeah, it's a whole lot. But guys, come on and be in the show with us in the chat. Let us know what you guys think. And in case we might miss something and you guys may know something during that time frame, y'all can put it in the chat with us and we'll definitely talk about
Right.
it too.
And hopefully by that time, we will have our phone system in place, and this is going to be one of the shows that you're going to actually call up, and we could put you through. So it's like old time radio. We are really hoping that that's going to come to fruition sometime this weekend. We will keep you posted. Some new stuff coming in. Nice new soundboard, microphone, speakers, and a phone line. All of that takes a little bit of time, but we're getting it done little by little. And we're actually going to start it off on our membership show real soon. So once I know that's in place, we will announce a membership show immediately, and we'll do it live, and you'll be able to call us and speak to us like old time radio, like they still do, of course, on live radio shows. So look for that, and hopefully on that show with Sean and Charles, we can do that. We'll give out the number. You call us. We ask what question you want, put you on hold. You will be on a delay because that's just true to everything. You're on a delay, and so we will definitely be there for you, and we're excited about it. So the membership, remember everyone, we did bring it down to what you guys wanted, $1.99. And again, the tricky part is don't do it on your iPhone. On your iPhone, they're going to charge you $2.99, which I think is absolutely ludicrous that Apple worked out a deal to take $1 away from us. That makes no sense whatsoever. So do it on our links directly on YouTube or on Android. You go to an Android, you go to their money section, you'll see the word TIN, TIN, and you click on that, and you will see $1.99. On an Apple, you will see $2.99, which only $1.99 comes to us, and $1 goes to Apple. So save your money, everyone, and go for the $1.99. Just go right on YouTube and do that. While you're doing that, if you haven't subscribed to the program, please subscribe as we're on the road to 1,000 subs. And our goal is to do it by Yankee opening day. It can be done and hopefully will be done. Thank you.
Yeah, and then on also other notes, as Ken put, true historian. Guys, I did put shorts and videos that are coming in the pipeline for my history show, The True Historian. So guys, if you want to hear history, like history, you guys can come along. I'm going to be covering a lot of different heroes who served our country, and their stories are worth being told. And like Ken just put in, and shout out to Ken, Yankees The Ugly Truth. Be sure to check it out too when he does play-by-plays with the games. Even though today he's bowling, but Ted Williams was a fighter pilot and served 5 years in the military between World War II and Korea. He lost 5 years of his prime during his career, and he still came back and dominated the game.
Yep. Yeah, no
And
question.
I mean, but yeah, that was a lot of these guys. Ted Williams, Joe DiMaggio, like I mentioned, Yogi Berra, even guys like they served before their thing, like Jackie Robinson. Many people don't know he served in the military before he came back and broke the color barrier.
Yep. And awesome. I mean, hey, could you imagine more stats that Ted Williams would have if it wasn't for the military? And
Yeah.
so many guys had to stop what they were doing. Many Yankees, and it was just a crazy time. But they did serve our country, and that meant the world to the world and to them. It's something I'm sure they always would be proud of, and took it as they passed away and all of that. So kudos to them. Kudos to anybody
Yeah.
that stands up for the countries. And we salute each and every one. As you know, on November 11th, we do have a salute. We salute to the troops. We had our first annual one this in 2025, and we're going to have another one this year on November 11th. So, and before you know it, we'll be saying, "Wow, it's November 11th." Can you believe it? So it's absolutely
Well,
insane.
hey, I mean,
Yeah,
it's halfway through March.
yeah, it's absolutely. Now, guys, Sean, I want to touch a little bit on the Yankees. It's going to be interesting if USA gets ousted and the guys come all back. What does that mean for the people that are going to be fighting for a job? Because obviously, they're going to want to put the guys back in the slots. So, how do you think that's going to play? And right now, from what you've seen, what you've heard from the broadcast and all, who do you think is leading on the bench to make the 26-man roster so far in your eyes?
Well, for one, I think Randall Grichuk would probably be our fourth outfielder.
Even
Since
though he gets some
I believe they've already kind of, because at one point they had took Jason Dominguez off the major league roster or on something, but they haven't really announced that whether they're gonna have him start him in AAA. But if that's what they do, that's what they should do. Nothing against Jason Dominguez. I just don't want him just to sit on the bench and wait. I'd rather him get his reps and work on hitting from the right side. That's just one area. Take him down, send him down to the minors. Let him work specifically on hitting from the right side and being a stronger switch hitter. And then bring him back up when we need him. But yeah, that's just one thing. But also I think they already made the decisions, but hey, we got Spencer Jones and we got Jason Dominguez waiting in the wings. So I'm not really worried too much on that. But the other ones too are, I think, Paul Jejong, and I think what's his name?
Rosario?
Well, Rosario is probably going to make the team as well.
Yeah.
But the one I'm really impressed with is Schumann.
Yeah, he's some defensive player.
Ooh, yeah. And I think
really
he'll
is.
probably be a part of our bench. Our bench is going to be pretty strong. And then I think Escara, guys, is probably going to be our backup catcher. Because it looks like most likely it's going to be Ben Rice is our first baseman, an emergency catcher when we need him. But yeah, I mean, and then as far as the pin and who's going to start in rotation, I think it's all going to work itself out. But I'm impressed with what I've seen from Warren, from what I've seen from Hill, from what I've seen with Ryan Weathers.
Yeah. Weathers took a step backwards in his last spot against the Mets, but you could see the potentials there if he stays healthy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lights out with that guy. It really is. Sean, we do have a special person hanging out down there, and he's actually sitting in one place this time. So how about we bring him up? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm just about to tag him, and I was about to tag him up, but he's got a problem again with the computer, so we'll wait until he gives us a thumbs up. But Weather's last start was terrible. Yeah, it was. And listen, it happens. I mean, he had such a great first start. He looked terrific. He's got a lot of power in that arm, and he's going to be okay. He really is going to be okay.
I think what he's going to be is he's going to be one of our swingmen. We got 3 swingmen in our pen. And what I mean by that is he's going to make spot starts, especially while we're waiting for Rodon and Cole to come back. but then he's gonna be our long relief guy, you know. And hey, I'm all fine for that. If that's his role, look at that. We got Ryan Weathers, we got Ryan Yarborough, and we got Paul Blackburn.
Yeah,
Sounds
Blackburn.
like a law firm.
Yeah, no, it does sound like a law firm, but Blackburn really he's on his game, and that's awesome. So we'll see. Yankees and Will Warren. We didn't even touch the surface on Will Warren,
Oh no.
which I'm happy to see. And I was very critical of Will Warren last year, but if it wasn't for two really horrible games, he would have had some nice ERA and everything else. So
Yeah.
he's been dominant this spring. I don't care spring training or not.
Look.
He's definitely been dominant. So
Well, he had to,
if
I mean, you
Nitin
forget
gives a
though.
thumbs up, we'll bring him up. Nitin,
I mean,
if you give us a thumbs up, we'll bring you up.
yeah, and then also Loose Heel. You gotta love what you're seeing from Heel.
Yes.
Heel looks more like that rookie of the year.
Yes.
You know.
And the thing is, when he gives something up this time, he comes after you. He doesn't do that nibbling stuff,
No.
which is good.
And that's what I love about. I've seen it with all the starters and with our bullpen. They're not nibbling. That was our problem last year. All our pitchers would come and nibble, nibble, nibble. And you can ask Ken.
It's like
But-
take a big chunk out of the steak, Take a big chunk out of the lobster. Just come after them. They hit you with the best stuff, like the song, hit me with your, best shot, fire away. Well, that's what the Yankees, the pitching has to do. I think he's ready, so let's give it another try. Again, the minute he's ready to come up, these problems on the internet are just incredible. It's really horrible. It really is.
Okay, Ken. There's a comment that Ken has.
Yeah.
We said about the Dominguez and the Braves.
Yeah, I read
Rumor has it.
Is in Atlanta as a Brave.
Yeah. Rumor has it the Braves are interested in him, but they haven't really. Nothing officially has came out that
Yankees
but it's a lot.
I'm telling you, I had a dream. I actually had a dream that Dominguez was traded to Atlanta. That was 2 days ago, and I was like, oh no, and because I'm telling you, this kid, he's gonna put it together, and I want him to put it together as a New York Yankee, not as an Atlanta Brave or anybody else.
But would you rather him get an opportunity elsewhere or be yo-yoed by the Yankees?
Well, I'm being selfish because I'm sick and tired of seeing Fred McGriffs. I don't want to see any more Fred McGriffs. I don't want to see any more Bunas. I do not want to live through that again. I just don't. I've had it.
Right. But well, you know how I feel about the whole. I love Dominguez, but I hate when the Yankees yo-yo the prospects and then it ruins them.
Well, Michael asked Joe, who did you see in the dream? I saw at least two pitches. I saw a relief pitcher and a very good prospect, and then I woke up. But if that happens, I'm telling you right now, I dreamt it.
No,
we don't have a bridge to get to Ben. I don't know if that's necessarily true.
No, I think our bridge is this, and we got a deep pen, and Ken will tell you. Ken knows more than I do about pitching and in-depth stuff. But Fernando, I mean, we got Duvall, we got Bird, we got Fernando Cruz, we got Wincrest is more of a middle relief or mop up guy probably.
They have to make a decision on him because
he's Rule 5. He's Rule 5 draft, so we either have to have him on our roster or we have to send him back to St. Louis. So I think he's gonna make the team regardless. But also, I mean, you gotta like what you see from Bird and from Duvall. And then we don't know because we don't even know where Montero is.
He's still stuck somewhere, and I guess he's going to start in the minor leagues.
Yeah, but
Come aboard.
there's a lot of good arm. There are a lot of good arms out of our pen. And I'm happy with it. I mean, and then I like the fact that we got 3 deep, and then we got Tim Hill, we can put almost anywhere. But yeah, I really think our bridge to Bednar is this: Duval, Bird, and Fernando Cruz. That's the back end of our bullpen before we get to Bednar.
Yeah, we should be okay. Tim Hill is almost lights out lately. All
Yeah.
right, let's give one more one more time to bring up Nitin, and we'll do that right now. And there he is. Okay.
Good morning, guys.
Good
How you
morning.
guys? Welcome to the chat. What's up, everyone in the chat? What's up, Joe and Sean? You guys did a great job yesterday with their client, McKenna Guerrero. She enjoyed it. She thinks that you guys are the best, and glad that my team and I could help out with that yesterday. So you guys did a fantastic job yesterday with that. And also,
Thank you.
great job, Joe and Ken, with the play-by-play of the USA and Italy game. Even though USA lost, but now USA have to wait and see from a certain game whether or not they're going to advance. So hopefully USA advances. If not, then we'll get Aaron Judge back sooner than later.
Yeah.
But guys, everyone in the chat, we do it for you guys. You guys are the best. Shout out to Ken, Wendy, Jake, Michael, Charles also, who's in here a lot. Shout out to everyone in the chat. But when it comes to Ken, please subscribe to Ken the Ugly Truth. He puts out amazing shorts. He has great insight when it comes to the Yankees and baseball. So please follow and subscribe to that channel, and subscribe to our Job on the Mouse show and Nitin Sports Rush, and a lot of big things happening at my nation's best company with the NIL deals and all. And also subscribe to YankeeMania, and as the journey continues for 1,000 subscribers, we're almost there, guys. So make it happen, and please subscribe to the new channel, the World Entertainment, World Mania Entertainment, World Mania.
I know it's a handful. World Sports Mania Entertainment. And we have 2 great things coming up tomorrow night with Chef Nick and Caterina Michio.
Guys, stay tuned for that. And also, my team and I are working on more things, so stay tuned, guys. And responsibilities. So,
Yeah.
But when it comes to the Yankees, obviously, I heard some of your guys' takes, and Will Warren, man, he's been impressing me a lot. Even Kennedy Corona, I don't know if he's going to make the team or not. So, but I think he'll start in the minors. And when it comes to Dominguez, I said a couple of streams ago, the Yankees need to decide whether or not to play him, or if not, then the value is so high. So, and Ken brought up an interesting point with the Braves. You can get some good players back from the Braves too for Dominguez.
Yeah.
But at this point, you're going to ruin his value. So if you're not going to play him, then trade him. At least buy him back, or put him in the minors, get him some more reps, and then possibly trade him. Or maybe if an injury happens, you bring him up. So you don't want to keep ruining his value. They got to decide. They need to have a plan set in stone when it comes to Dominguez, because he has potential. But I think Spencer Jones, he's been impressing a lot too for us. And I don't know if he's going to make the team out of spring training. Maybe he'll start in the minors in AAA just to get more reps in. But I can definitely see Randall Gittrick making the team and all, and obviously maybe Truman. I don't know about Seth Brown. He might be the odd man out here because of Randall Gittrick. So maybe you see Seth Brown starting in the minors if he's willing to do that. And then, so they can work around that way. But in my opinion, the first thing is they need to decide on Dominguez real quick.
Yeah, and you guys know how I feel about the whole yo-yo thing that the Yankees do with prospects and rookies, and
I
they
hate
did it with
that
Clinton.
Creighton shuttle. I can't stand that.
Yeah, no, I hate it too. And there's my thing is Jason Dominguez, with all the hype, the otherworldly hype that he came out. Yankees have this is the time. You're gonna decide. Are we gonna trust him to play with the New York Yankees? Or are we, or you know what? Trade him to Atlanta, get them pitching, because there's a pitching factory over there in Atlanta. And you know what? If he Fred McGriffs us and he kills us, so be it.
I don't
But I'd
know.
rather him get an opportunity in the major leagues. We already had him for what, 2 or 3 years, and we were like hamstringing his opportunities. And I mean, I'm not taking away from the career years of Bellinger
Yeah.
and Grisham last year, but remember the year before when Alexander Verdugo
Here we go.
was Verdon.
He's
You know, I
unbelievable.
mean, he was just dodo out there, but
My
instead we could have put Dominguez out there in left field and just let him run, but they didn't,
yeah, and
and that's on the Yankees.
yeah, no, I totally agree. My only fear for this team is the wasted. I just don't see a good year out of Trent Grissom. It worries the hell out of me that we're bending over backwards for somebody that got a an $18 million raise, and we still don't really know what we're going to get, and I don't know. I mean, if he fizzles out and has and nowhere near the year he had, and Dominguez gets traded and is flourishing, I don't know if I want to live to live through that again is horrible. Let me tell you, because every time I saw Fred McGriff, every time I saw Jay Buhner, every time I saw Willie McGee, it was a joke, absolute joke, and the list goes on and on and on. And you just can't. You can't keep giving away all this talent without really giving you listen. You say, oh, they gave him a chance. No, I want to see 500, 600 bats.
And also, and Dominguez is a starting caliber player, and and he's, like I said, he has a lot of potential. We worked with him a lot in the minors, so he definitely has a chance to become a star. I mean, like I said, we got to decide on whether or not to trade him or keep him. So that's another question to be answered. And also, when it comes to Will Warren, I hope they give Will Warren a chance too, because he's been great this spring. I think he's changed his repertoire. His commander shoot, or he's more commando. He commands his pitches a little bit more better from last year, and he's improved a lot since he's been up. So I think Will Warren could be a dynamic weapon for the Yankees.
Oh yeah, I mean,
making the team.
He gave us 31 starts. A rookie gave us 31 starts.
Yep.
168 strikeouts. 160 innings.
That's amazing. And because of two bad starts. That's how people remember his year. They don't remember all the strikeouts. They don't remember that he gave innings. They don't remember any. They just remember him getting clobbered by the Dodgers and I believe the Phillies. So those are the two teams that clobbered him. But I think he's going to be a different Will Warren this year. And and if I had my choice, Will Warren or Clark Smith, I'm picking Will Warren.
Yes, and Clark Smith. I think Clark Smith. I think he's another one that could. He might be the odd man out here.
Clark Smith. But I mean, Clark Schmidt ain't gonna be due back till September.
Yeah.
Michael asks, who do you think has the bigger upside, Dominguez or Jones? That's tough.
That's tough. I'm going with Spencer Jones because obviously, I mean, Dominguez also has potential, big upside, but I think the bigger upside is Spencer Jones because he bats from the left side, obviously like Dominguez, but his frame, obviously everybody compares him to Judge because of the height. He has a similar swing to Judge on the left side. Plus, he's improved on his bat skills, in my opinion. Yeah. If he cuts down on the strike, that's the thing. If he cuts down on the strikeouts, then he'd be fine. But he's close to being a 5-2 player. He's a good defender. He has speed. He has power. He's a good throwing arm. So Spencer Jones is. I feel like he has bigger upside than Dominguez because the Yankees are using Dominguez in the wrong way possible. And I hope they don't do that with Jones, because Jones is one of your prize prospects.
Oh no,
he's also going to be 26,
Yeah.
27.
Well, he's our,
Vegas is older than Jones, so
Yeah.
that's another thing. So I think Jones has
No.
big upside, Michael. I think that's a good question. That's a good debate to have.
no,
I'm
I think
Jones.
I think Jones is.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying I think he's going to be our center fielder in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because Jones, the other thing too is he's adapted his swing and his mechanics
Yeah.
similar to Otani. It's a hybrid of Otani and Judge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, with his height, and you know, I mean, and you've seen the comparison. But I mean, yeah, he's tearing the ball up, and he's gonna cut down on it. Look at this, Aaron Judge. Remember, he had a lot of strikeouts when he first came up.
6'7".
Right. But every year he's brought the strikeouts down.
Yep.
Yeah. And I got to tell you something though about Dominguez. You know, I don't know if you guys got to see. He reminds me so much of Ruben Sierra.
Yes.
And if you get a Ruben Sierra out of him, you got yourself one hell of a player with a different attitude.
Yeah.
Because Ruben Sierra always had a chip on his shoulder. Oh, Joe Torre, all he wants to do is win. Well, that got him aces. He got traded 3 days later. But and then when he came back to the Yankees, he was a good soldier and a very good backup pinch hitter because he was getting older.
What? Yeah.
This is what I see. I see a Ruben Sierra who's hungry. And then wants to, can put it all together. He's got a better arm than Ruben Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some more speed than Ruben Sierra. And what I like about it, he's a switch hitter. The five tools are there. It's just you got to give him a chance. You got to put him out there.
Talking about Dominguez.
Yeah, Dominguez. He's talking about Dominguez.
Okay, so you think he could be another Ruben Sierra, huh?
I think
maybe a better Ruben Sierra because of five tools.
Oh yeah.
But the big weak spot for Dominguez, he's weak on the right side, but he's hell bent on being a switch hitter. But most switch hitters in the majors, to survive long term, you gotta be strong from both sides of the plate.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Or just give up the switch hitting and he bats left-handed. That's
it. I'm all for that. If he bats left-handed the rest of his career, that's I mean he's got the talent. It's there, and he's shown it. The problem is the consistency, and then but then the Yankees are playing mind games with these opportunities in the major leagues, and it's like you can't keep doing that.
Right, and I believe that here's if you give him a chance and you let him play, this is this is the type of play you're going to have. Now you decide if you want this guy in your outfield. What I believe Dominguez brings when he's ready to, you're going to give him whatever team it is. I believe he's going to hit between 265 and 275. He's going to have between 25 and 32 home runs. He's going to drive in between 75 and 90 ribbies every year. And he's going to steal between 20 and 30 bases in his younger years. And he's going to have a few outfield assists. If you can live with that, you got yourself a damn good left fielder, a center fielder, a right fielder, wherever you want to put him. Those are the numbers that I truly believe that he's going to do. Now, for the type of player he looks like and the tools that he came up with, I'm being nice. Mm-hmm. I think he could do better than that. In one game, he hit 3 home runs in Oakland, and that's not an easy feat.
Yep.
No. Well, in Sacramento.
Ben Rice did it. He did it in Yankee Stadium. But at that time, Jason Dominguez did it in Oakland, and the ball doesn't travel all that.
That was the game when he hit 3 home runs, I think.
Yeah. But that was when they were playing in Sacramento, right? Because that was last year?
No.
Or was it the year before?
That was at the Coliseum.
That was
the Coliseum. But yeah. But still, 3 homers in a game is still a feat. But yes, some parks, like Yankee Stadium, you could probably hit 3 of them in the right field, and
No, yeah.
or
If
in Boston, you hit around the pesky pole.
if he gets 600 at bats, there's no way you're going to convince me that he's going to hit under 20 home runs.
What?
No
Yeah,
way.
but Ben Rice had 3 homers, and you forget he as a rookie when he was playing sporadically in Boston, he first had a 3-homer game against Boston in Fenway,
Yeah.
and then he had one last year when he had a full year whatever rookie deal. But yeah, and you know what? I love the adjustments that Ben Rice has made, because after that 3-homer game in Boston, he fell off the earth, but then he came back and
And I'll tell you another thing. If you don't think, and again, things have to fall into place, but if you don't think Dominguez, Spencer Jones, and Aaron Judge outfield can win you games and get you into the World Series, well, then there's something wrong, because the talent that comes out of there is unbelievable. And I'm telling you, you got to give them a chance. You can't play them the way they've been playing them. I understand. Yes, Bellinger's got to play. Yes, I'm not saying no. What do you call it? The problem here was why sign Grissom? Why? It didn't make any sense.
Why did they?
If you knew you were going to get Bellinger back, you have a center fielder. Why waste $21 million on this man? Because he went off on 20 home runs for the first time in his life?
34.
Come on. That was a terrible front office blunder.
Well, no, my whole thing was
a good player.
Well, my whole thing was, why in the world did they give him a qualifying offer? You pretty much knew he was going to take it. Why offer him the QO? You could have just not offered the QO. And then if you got him back for a couple years for 10 mil or whatever, I would have, okay, whatever. But I mean, it was this whole, but it's done. It's said it's kind of like,
it's done, but now who suffers? There is
Dominguez, Jones.
You keep him in the minor leagues, or you're going to trade him, and I'm telling you, we're going to be stuck with the hiney in our hand. I'm telling you, people, I've seen enough of Dominguez. I've seen enough of Spencer Jones. Give them a full year in Yankee land. You're going to be very, very happy. You could put up. Listen, if you could put up with Giancarlo Stanton strikeouts, you can put up with Spencer Jones. And Spencer Jones right now is well ahead of Giancarlo Stanton.
Yeah.
No question. And that's another thing that's killing us. You can't do anything with DH. So now instead of having one problem, the Yankees have 2 problems.
Yeah, but you know what?
Themselves.
I'm not going to hate Giancarlo Stanton because he can only DH now. I mean, we got him for a trade, and he had a big, huge contract, but hey, he's going to give us big moments. He's going to go nuclear. He's going to murder the Red Sox for us.
Listen, I see the comment from Michael. Where the Yankees went wrong is that, and I can't blame Cashman too much. When the hell did he get the okay for his what he could spend in the offseason? When? After they were losing players, then he had no choice. Because Hal never went back to him to say, well, you have 35, 45 million. He knew nothing, and he admitted it. So he had no choice. He was put in a situation of no return. Because if you lose Grissom and you lose Bellinger, now you got to go with Spencer Jones, or you're complete idiots. And that's what happened here. Where was the budget? Damn it.
Yeah.
Why wait so long? You're the New York Yankees. For
Here's the
God's
problem.
sake.
I don't know.
Nobody's
Whoever.
talking about the budget.
Well, no. I mean, yes, the budget is a problem too, but I don't. That's more Randy Levine's.
Forget about that. Forget it.
Well,
That guy doesn't know if
that's
he's
the whole
coming home.
that's the whole front office. The front office need the whole front office need to look at the budget. Brian
Yeah.
Cashman, Al Steinbrenner, pretty much the whole office. And
Every time Cashman was asked, every time he was
No.
asked,
yeah,
he said, "I don't have a budget, so I'm not." In other words, not limited, but he wasn't sure.
yeah.
How
And
do you not sure? It's after the winter meetings, for
Yeah.
God's sakes.
No, and yes, that should have already been done. I agree with you, Nathan, and I agree with you, Joe. That should have been like talked about right before we go into the off season. Like they're looking over, or right at the off season after we lost to the Blue Jays, they should have sat over there, the three of them. That bozo named Randy Levine, Cashman and Howe should have been like all together in a powwow with Omar and Brian Sabian, and they should have gone over the whole budget thing and whatever. But I don't know what happened.
It's
And-
it's ultimately Hal's decision. It doesn't
It
matter
is.
what Levine says. It doesn't matter. Hal
But
should have Hal waited too long to give his general manager a budget. Do the Yankees need a budget the way that the cash cow that they are? Give me, sometimes you got to wonder. Yes, they have a very big expense. They've got to pay New York City and for Yankee Stadium, whatever. They funded that. But that was on them. Nobody told them they needed this stadium. All they had to do was renovate and put more luxury boxes in that beautiful old Yankee Stadium. That's all they had to do.
All they had to do.
Build a big conglomerate, and now who suffers? The team and the fans, because they're paying heavy duty money and they don't win championships anymore. So does that make
and also another thing is the Yankee fans expect them to spend every year.
Yeah.
Like in the back in the days, like what the Dodgers are doing now. But the Yankees philosophy has changed a lot, and that's why fans get pissed off because they don't put the right product on the field, and that's another issue that the Yankees are having right now with the
But
product.
they're still at $325 million. Nathan, how much more do you need?
I know.
Well, and then here's the other problem: when some of the players that go out there in the field, and then they're asleep when they come to the games. They're flat-footed. They don't come out consistently on approach at the plate or on the field. We got sloppy defenses sometimes. And then here's the thing too that drives me crazy is sometimes fans love to hyper focus on one player or two players. Instead it's the whole team. Like fans will get together and then they're gonna hate on Volpe. Because
that right now that's old story. Nobody, thank God.
No,
don't
but
bring up Volpe.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, I know.
Yeah.
If it's not, it's another play, and it's like I'm trying to get at this.
I'm sorry. That was screwed up. What they did with the payroll was ridiculous.
It is.
And if you noticed, when did they sign Bellinger? When all the ticket sales were coming out, and it was 35% or 40% lower. Mm-hmm. Oh, the next day, all of a sudden, they found money to go and secure Cody Bellinger. Give me a break.
Well, no, they had that offer on the table for him.
Well,
that was more on Boris. That was more on Boris. That whole holdout was all on Boris.
Yeah, but the Yankees still, they could have given him. Well, listen, the bottom line is this: there were free agents that didn't make sense for the Yankees. And there were a couple that I would have loved to have gotten, but Tucker wasn't one of them. We don't need Tucker. He could be a Yankee killer, whatever, but we didn't need him. A guy we do need was Bellinger because he could play left, center, right, DH, first base. He was the guy to get, and they finally got him. But they already invested $22 million in a center fielder that, in my opinion, is good but he's also showing some age. I mean, he's only 29, whatever, but he's a type of player, in my opinion, that ages really fast. And that's not what you need. You need a Dominguez. You need a Spencer Jones out there.
Well,
these are the big years for Aaron Judge. The man is going to be 35 years old.
Yeah.
And you got stars. I'm sorry. I mean, this is the adrenaline's going right now. The defense is slim and none because Spencer Jones is an incredible center fielder, and I'll go on record to say he might be the best one in the American League. That's how good he is. And if you watched him in AAA, if you watched him in AA, he made squats out of all outfielders. So I don't even want to hear that. I am not even going there. Trent Grisham, one of these days, is going to cost the Yankees a big game because he's lackadaisical on those ground balls to center field. I'm telling you, it's going to come and bite us in the butt one of these days, and then it's going to be nice to say, I told you so, because he's too lackadaisical with ground balls in center field. One of these days, it's really going to hurt us. I don't know when, but it will. And that's the way I feel.
No. I mean, I understand. It's just it's a lot of things though that a lot of things that went wrong that they could have done right.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm gonna root on the Yankees. I believe they're gonna have a special year. I'm holding to it. And but yeah, if Grisham struggles at any point, and if he starts going downhill, the Yankees need to just cut bait and bring up Spencer Jones. They gotta eat that $22 million. So be it. But you know what? I'm not going to another Verdugo.
No. The one thing that the Yankees I do give credit for, they got solid players for defense, and I think they have they have an elite defensive team. There's no question about it. Whether you play Grissom or Spencer Jones in center field or even Aaron Judge.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter. They are a very, very, very solid defensive team. In every position, you make a case.
Yeah, and I mean, Grisham is not. One good thing is Grisham isn't injury prone like other guys like Buxton.
True. Well,
Rollins.
Listen, I want to play. What's killing this Yankee team is what you can't do much with Giancarlo Stanton, and that hurts, and that's still going to hurt until he retires. Because they can't do anything with DH. They can't.
But look, but I mean, he's what?
36?
450 something home runs.
Yeah.
In 2 years he'll hit 500. I'm just saying it's gonna be kind of a bittersweet deal. Would you rather him? I mean, yes, I understand, and a lot of people, well, it's 98 million or 90 whatever million left.
Sean, I went through the Yankees closed in on first place and that against the Toronto Blue Jays. They fell short the last day of the season, or next to the last day on a Saturday afternoon. They were 2 games out or 1 game out, and they blew it. I believe it was 1985. It was 85. The Yankees had a pretty good team, but what killed the Yankees was the 300th game for Phil Niekro took him 9 times. He lost 8. If they would have settled on 4 more wins, they win the division. So this is what I'm scared about. Now we got to wait for him to hit 500 home runs, and he's going to press, and he's going to strike out, and then we got to live through that. Now instead of living through a pitcher that stunk. Now we're going to see, and he won his 300 game on the last day of the season when we lost the division by 2 games.
Well, Roger Clemens, it took him 3 times to get his 300th.
Well, that's only 3 times. Go check out how long it took Phil Niekro.
Yeah.
We lost the division because of that. And I'm not blaming Phil. He was a great pitcher. but he was also
He's
42
a Hall
years
of Famer.
old. Yeah, but he was 42 years old.
No, I understand 42. And
I mean,
yes, I
they
mean
had
Giancarlo's 36. But at the same time though, is look at this. If you take John, let's say we don't have Giancarlo, right? You're gonna put Aaron Judge in DH, permanent DH. Who's gonna be your DH? I
it could be
The one
anybody. It could
reason
be
I like,
Lucas. It could be.
yeah, you could. I know you could probably play around and have a rotating DH, and that's fine. But my thing is this: I want Aaron Judge to get the Gold Glove, and I know it's not fully in the hands of Darren Judge and the Yankees. It's talking heads in the major leagues, but I want him to get one or two more Gold Gloves. I want that World Series ring for him too, or multiple World Series rings before he starts being permanent DH. But I love Aaron. The defense is underrated with Aaron Judge. Like people forget about it. He can throw out runners at third consistently. He can throw runners out at home. He's elite defense, and he deserves a Gold Glove. But he keeps getting snubbed by them stupid writers that decide
They
on
don't
those
like the Yankees.
awards.
They don't like the Yankees, and they got to be forced. They got to be choked. They say, "Oh, we got to vote for a Yankee player," and that's not right. You got to be.
No.
Whether you like it or not, you have to be partial.
I mean,
and
yeah.
Some of these writers are knuckleheads.
Yeah,
Right. But Aaron Judge is one of the best.
Some of these writers don't know anything when it comes to voting or whatever, or writing stories about they just want to get attention. Some of these things, and when it comes to the DH situation, I think obviously Stanton is the primary DH, but I can definitely see Randall Gittrick get some time at DH.
Yeah.
Or you get to, or maybe
Paul G.
Paul G. Yep. I don't think Paul. I mean, Paul G. A first baseman. The first base is going to be platoon, in my opinion. Sean, Joe, and everybody in the chat. I think the first base situation is going to be a platoon situation. But for DH, I can definitely see obviously Stanton, Paul G, Paul DeYoung, even, and probably Randall Gittrick too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and I totally agree with Michael when he says this with Judge. What hurt him with the right field was when he went to go play center field because they got Juan Soto and all of that. So that all right, but he's elite. You don't realize the Yankee outfield is elite. I mean, with Judge and all right, you want to throw Grissom in there and Bellinger? You find me a better outfield.
Yeah.
You can't. There's some good outfields, and look at the defense. Paul G at first, McMahon at third, Chisholm at second, and who we have at short. Jose is serviceable. He's good. Rosario and Paul DeJean is elite. And notice I'm not saying Volpe because I just don't know if he's really in the plans or not. There's a good possibility that, they just don't want to publicize it, but he may not be in the plans for all we know. We don't know. And I'm not going to speculate and say, listen, it's well known that he's going to have to earn that playing time. He is not going to, I think they finally woke up and smelled the coffee and decided, because of the way they used him, they abused what he was doing and thought he could do more. When they saw they couldn't do more, then they would abandon the idea. Do I see that they're going to give him another chance? I believe so. But if Jose keeps hitting the way he's hitting right now, how can you justify taking him out of the line? You can't.
No, you can't. And yeah, it's a lot of them. But it's going to be really interesting. And I just realized I gotta get to an appointment.
Yeah, no problem. We're going to be wrapping this up as we are going to get ready for the Yankee game tonight. Everyone against the Blue Jays. We'll have the call right here on NY Yankee Mania at 6:35. The Cam Man is pitching for the Yankees, so it'll be at George M. Steinbrenner Field. So we should have a pretty good lineup out there. And we'll see how it goes. Always pretty good, no matter when it is when you're playing the Toronto Blue Jays. So, guys, some final thoughts. Sean, since you got to rush, go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it short. But yeah, let's go Yankees. Come back tonight. 6 or 6:30.
30.
6:30.
Yep.
For the Yankees. And we're gonna have the play-by-play right here. Can have fun doing the bowling. Get that 300.
Yeah.
That's
And
right. We can celebrate.
Yep.
oh yes. But no, guys, yeah, we're gonna have fun, and then yeah, we'll figure out what happens in the WBC. But we'll let you know. We'll keep you updated with all the other stuff. But come right here at 6:30. For the Yankees play-by-play with Joe and myself, and maybe a couple others, and we're gonna have fun.
Yep, definitely. Well, thank you, Sean. You want to hang with us, or or for a few minutes, or you want me to bring you down?
No, you can bring me down. I gotta.
All right. Well, have a good day, Sean. Thank you. We'll see you
All right.
later.
Yeah, see it.
Have fun. All right, Nathan. And then there were two.
Great stream this morning, guys. Sorry about working on some business stuff here while on the show. But thank you guys to the chat. Shout out to the chat. You guys did a great job interacting, talking about the Yankees and everything else. So great stream. And guys, keep it up. Keep an eye on some things. Stay tuned. We got some things we're in the works. So stay tuned for everything. Thank you guys. Let's go Yankees. Let's go Team USA. And like I said, awesome stream. And my team and I are working on more guests for you guys. So stay tuned, guys. Great job.
Yep. Thank you so much, Nathan, for everything that you do for NY Yankee Mania, World Sports Mania Entertainment. And like you said, a lot more to come, a lot more fun. Guys, just remember to come for the game tonight. We'll put out some if the Yankees make any news, the Yankees put out their lineups, we'll be on it. So we're gonna say goodbye now, but we're gonna end with some promos and let people say hello to everybody and people that have been on as customary. So God bless you all. God bless America. Let's go Yankees, and we'll see you soon. We'll see you at 6:35 tonight with the Yankee play-by-play. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll leave you with this.
Hi, I'm Tony Ferrara. I am a sports and pop culture expert and the founder of Ferrara Media, and you're watching NY Yankee Mania.
Hey, everybody. Tommy Green here, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. And I want to thank you for watching NY Mania. And come back again and see us.
I am Katharina Michio, and you are watching NY Mania.
Hey everybody, it's Jason from NY Yankee Mania. Please like, share, subscribe. Only great things to come. And everybody, please join the fun because you're not going to want to miss out on this ride.
I'm Marnie Schneider. I'm the author of Football Freddy and Fumble the Dog, Game Day in the USA, and also the author of Baseball Billy and Bunt the Dog, Game Day with the New York Yankees. And I am so excited to be part of the New York Yankee Mania show. Thanks, everyone.
Let's go.
I'm Kayla Welsh, and you're watching NY Yankee Mania.
Hello, everybody. This is Bip Roberts, former Major League ball player, and you're watching New York Yankee Mania. Enjoy. What a great show.
Hi, this is Ken from Yankees The Ugly Truth. You're on live with Joe at NY Yankee Mania. Enjoy the adventure.
This is Nitya Ramachandra from the NR Media. You're listening to NY Yankee Mania. Like and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.
Yeah.